Reimagine it.
All right.
Obviously, we've had many discussions over the years of the sequels.
Yeah.
Now, I don't imagine we sit here and try to figure out rewriting all of them.
No.
But let's think about, like, what are some things we would change about what was given? What was created? What are some alterations we would make?
Let's start off with the first one.
Yep, so Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. We set Finn up to almost be like a Force user, lightsaber.
Yep.
And then we retconned that.
Yep.
I would have almost rather we just explored that more.
The interesting part about the sequels is that almost every character they created in Force Awakens was actually cool.
Yes.
Poe Dameron was really cool.
I liked him.
Rey was super fascinating and interesting.
Yeah.
Finn was great.
Yeah.
A stormtrooper who bails on the First Order.
I liked showing the internal turmoil with like following orders and being a cog in the machine, and then it's rebelling against it.
Yep.
Like, that's awesome.
And I remember, so something I would love to change about Finn. One, making him a Force user would be interesting.
Yeah.
Like having what's something that we haven't actually. I mean, we sort of have had in Star Wars. I guess in the prequels you have a bunch of Jedi.
Yes.
But how cool would it have been in the sequels? Like in the original trilogy, we just have Luke.
Yep.
And I mean, we have Obi-Wan and Yoda, but it's really Luke.
It's Luke.
And imagine how cool it would have been if Rey and Finn.
Yeah.
We had multiple protagonists that used lightsabers in an era that didn't just have a bunch of Jedi. Like Finn would have been really cool in that.
Yeah.
And one thing I remember hearing a review and a theory about what maybe Finn's story would be. This was after Force Awakens. And the idea was that Finn maybe would save the stormtroopers. Like he would help bring stormtroopers.
Kind of like Rex with the clones.
Rex with the clones after 66.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
In Rebels, they do a few things like that with some of the guys. Ezra meets in his time at the academy because he's undercover. And, but I thought that would have been really cool. That would have been cool. Like, because he's given nothing and he's totally ignored and thrown away.
Yeah, and they were setting him up for greatness. Like, because in the final battle, he went head to head with Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
And he kind of got his ass kicked, but he's fighting Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
But he went toe to toe. Like, he was an awesome character through and through.
Well, and he cared so much about Rey.
Yeah.
And then they obviously set up the romance of that.
Yeah, which I could have gone either way with it. I don't.
Right.
Even
if it's just a deep romance.
You don't watch Star Wars for romance.
No.
You don't really watch.
It just complements some of the characters.
It's for your wife.
Yeah,
it comes with. That's really what it is.
The shipping.
Yeah, it's the shipping. It's not.
But
we're not good at
romance is in Star Wars. It's just never. It's not a romance movie.
No, it's not. And that's okay.
But then they obviously go with the path later of Kylo and Rey.
Yeah, which is fine.
But for me, here's what in my perfect world, Rey and Kylo are related.
Yeah. That would have been
because with all the connection stuff they do,
almost felt like that's what we were doing.
And then they kiss at the end, so then it's kind of weird. But
hey, brothers and sisters have kissed in Star Wars
that is true state. That is true state. If I really would have liked, because here's what I think was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
How does between Luke, Leia, and Han, obviously Leia and Han are together, and you have Luke, and you don't give Luke any love interest, but how does you have one kid, one offspring of our original group?
Yeah, it's at the bit of a
So
stretch.
I haven't read all of the Legends, Heir to the Empire, Thrawn stuff.
They'll tell us.
No, they'll tell us. But I know. I'm pretty sure Han and Leia have twins.
Yes,
and how fitting, because it would make sense that from twin bloodline,
right?
You have twins again,
two super force,
and you're missing out with so much conflict between brother sister in Jedi stuff. I wish I think Kylo and Rey would have been great as siblings.
Yeah,
especially the way they try to pursue Rey and Leia's connection. Where if Leia was her mom, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Instead, they kind of forced it onto us in the last movie. Like, hey, guess what? They actually really like each other now, and they're like master and apprentice. It's like,
no, I don't buy it.
And I think Luke not having. I think he should have had a love interest, because I feel like the whole
books,
point
is it a Jade or
Mara Jade?
Mara Jade. Yeah.
And she's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
She was Emperor's hand or whatever, helped the Emperor out secretly. And so, but and then they have children, I believe.
Yeah.
But you just missed out on so much you could have done with the original characters. But even then, even if you don't do any of that, ultimately the problem was where the characters went. So like obviously we wish Finn would have done more. Yep. Either become shown Force sensitivity, became a Jedi with Rey.
He didn't even have to be he didn't have to be super strong Force sensitive. Like in the books and stuff, like there's varying degrees.
People that help the Jedi that aren't necessarily super
there's
Force sensitive.
like they've got like their healers, they've got like all kinds of stuff, all the way up to like the Jedi Knight, like doing front flips and all kinds of craziness.
Yeah,
like he didn't have to be another Jedi.
Right.
He could have just been more.
Well, there's characters. There's characters like Kyle Katarn. Okay. He's like a Legends character where he's like the name, super in with the Jedi, but him himself, he's not like your typical Jedi character. I don't even think he had the Force, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I know like that role almost.
Yeah.
I think one of the strong points of the sequel trilogy is actually Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I love Kylo
Ren. By the end, his story, even though it wasn't even told as good as it could be, you're still by the end when he's kind of confronting his dad again.
Yeah.
And chooses the light.
It's a compelling story.
It's exactly what Star Wars is meant to be, a redemptive story.
Yeah.
And so it's so like with that, if it was just fleshed out more, if he had a master that we actually watched him work with, like, and shown how evil he got before redeeming, or how much of a struggle he had. Like we were kind of told a lot, and we saw him throw tantrum and stuff where we knew he was conflicted.
Yeah.
But I think there could have been more.
Like the scene where he's hitting the
just destroys everything.
Destroys the two stormtroopers.
They walk away. They're like, oh nope, we're not talking to him. But yeah, that's something I wish.
You got the hiccups? It's okay.
But I wish we could. Just flesh out his story.
If only could go back and rewrite.
The thing is, people still think, some people are like, they're going to write them off, and
I don't know.
That'll never happen.
That'll never happen.
That will never happen.
That'll never happen.
They will never admit. And Kathleen Kennedy just retired, and I actually listened to a video.
But we're still in her era of Star Wars.
But I listened to her like post-retirement interview or last interview or whatever. I listened to something, or someone reacted to it, and she even says, they ask her if she has any regrets about the way everything. Nope, she has no. Her only regret is related to hiring the guy that they did for Han Solo in the Solo movie.
Really?
Because she thought she seems to think that the only reason people hated it was because it wasn't actually Harrison Ford. I'm like, you are so oblivious. You do not understand what the problem was. And people didn't even really hate it. They just hated Last Jedi, and it ruined.
It came on the heels of a flop.
Right. An absolute disaster for Star Wars.
Which is really unfortunate because, I mean, Solo is cool.
I enjoy it. And it shows the underworld. Cool. It's probably the most underworld movie actually we have.
I think I rewatched Solo more than I have
the sequels. Yeah. Well, and I think
which would probably be the difference of watching it 3 times versus twice.
Right.
But you know.
Is there anything else you can think of with the new trilogy that's like, I wish they could change this?
I almost wish. I think I would have been fine had the stories even just been a little better connected.
Yeah, you know,
if we had gone the same path, but maybe we didn't have that second movie just throwing everything in the air, and then on the third movie trying to catch it as it comes down. I think it probably would have been better executed, and we probably would have enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
If their original plan had always been that Rey was a Palpatine, I would have hoped that they would have just set it up better.
Yeah.
Because like, it's clear she's a strong Force user.
Yeah.
It's clear she's got dark side in her.
Yeah. Like, she's powerful, and we don't know why.
We don't know why. Like there is hints to it, but it was just all of a sudden, boom, she's a Palpatine.
Yeah.
Instead of like maybe building it out better.
Well, I don't know that idea.
I don't know how you would build it out better. Like
and I just think it all comes down to that middle movie.
Yeah.
Because Empire Strikes Back is so critical.
It is.
To the original trilogy. Attack of the Clones is critical to the Revenge of the
Sith. It's a pivot point.
It's the moment where things take another step and you deepen stories. And when you totally ruin the stories all you set up, and then JJ tried to, like, in directing the 9th one, tried to, like, catch everything that was thrown up in the air. It just doesn't work. You can't satisfyingly finish things, and you have to do blazing speed. And it just doesn't work.
No.
I think probably if I look on it, even if we kept everything the same.
Yeah.
Other than if there's one thing I would change with the way everything went, it's the way Luke was handled. That's probably the most. To me, that's the most disappointing.
It's almost a betrayal to the character.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
And obviously, everyone goes into Force Awakens expecting all of our old characters to show up.
Yeah.
And okay, Luke's more of a cliffhanger. There he is. It's our only moment to see him, and that's fine. Because that's what made the hype train so hype for Last Jedi is partially like Luke. We get to finally get Luke.
Yeah.
And to see in that movie that he's just given up on his friends and doesn't care.
Yeah.
And especially in Force Awakens, when Han says, "Oh, he went to go find the original Jedi Temple." It's like, ooh, he's trying to grow. No, he just went there to hide. It's like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
That's not Luke.
And then they use the flashbacks where we find out that he, like, for a moment thought about killing Kylo Ren, or Ben Solo, I guess. It's like, no, he literally threw his lightsaber away to not kill Vader.
This is the same, like I said, the same guy who didn't kill his own father.
It is such
who was a murderous, evil bad guy for,
like, everyone said he couldn't be redeemed. And Vader himself said, nope, too late for me.
Yeah.
And he still saw through that. It's just crazy that they thought, let's have him maybe kill Kylo. It's like,
you can maybe show some internal turmoil, but he would never raise his lightsaber at.
It's such a terrible decision, and the fact that he dies, his confrontation with Ben Solo or Kylo Ren, where he force projects across the galaxy, the spectacle of that is cool.
Yeah,
and honestly, the whole thing's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but the fact that he dies from that is just the ice in the cake of like, wow, we really aren't going to get Luke. And yes, he said early in the movie, "Oh, I'm going to take on you. What do you want me to do? Take on the Empire or the First Order myself?" And then obviously he does that. Like, but he doesn't really. Like, he does the Force projection.
Yeah.
But we never see we don't truly ever get to see Jedi Master.
Yes.
Wise Master Luke.
Right.
And that's just disappointing.
It is disappointing because it would be very cool. It would be very cool.
And we don't have a lot of, old Jedi Masters.
No.
I mean, we have like Yoda and obviously some older guys in prequels, but they didn't go through the same thing that Luke did. Like, he would be such a wise, experienced, and fascinating character to continue with.
Yeah.
And then you use his Force Ghost in 9, and I don't hate that he dies in 8, but the fact that you didn't use him in 7, he's really only in 8. Yeah. His character's a disaster, and then just dies from trying too hard. It's just sad.
Like I said, it almost makes you wonder what the plan was. Had JJ been given?
Yeah, what was his plan for Luke?
Yeah, because I almost that'd almost probably make it up is if JJ would just sit down and do an interview.
Yeah, and who knows if this info could even be out there.
And just lay out like, hey, like, this is kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just because it did seem thought out. Like, it didn't seem in the first movie that anything was like unintentional or not planned. Yeah. It's just that middle movie wasn't done by the same guy.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know.
It's just a guy with different vision decided to change everything.
Yeah.
And I think finish the Luke conversation. The fact that we never get to see him with the gang.
Yeah.
Not even a flashback. No, like, we get no Luke, Han, Chewie, Leia.
Nothing.
3PO, R2. We don't get that ever. How do you, like, it's so sad.
Yeah. Like, this is.
And he just finds out, and he doesn't even know Han's dead.
Yeah,
he should have known that through the Force. He should have known.
He should have been able to feel that.
And like, him and Leia try to, like, they sort of have, like, his projection has a touchy moment with her, but it's not what it should be, which is him with his friends that he hasn't been with a long time.
Right.
And I guess my last character I wish they did different, and I didn't think his character was bad, was Han. I liked Han in Force Awakens. I think it's more the Han and Leia thing.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that we don't get to see them really as a couple with their kids. Like, we don't get any of that, and it's disappointing. And I heard someone was talking about how, in a video, they were talking about how essentially in 7, all the characters are back to where they were in 4.
No, that's a good. Yeah.
So Han in 4, scoundrel, doesn't care about anything, isn't in a relationship, just him and Chewie off doing scoundrel stuff. Where's he at in 7? No relationship with Leia anymore. Off doing his own thing. Scoundrel. Leia is just like a leader.
Yeah.
Just that's all her focus is being a leader. And in this movie, she's just a military leader. She's not, the relationship with Han's gone, and that's kind of her other depth piece. That's gone. Luke, and I mean, Luke we don't see in 7, but in 8, he's more self-centered, worried about himself, doesn't really know what he wants to do with his life, and that's exactly what
we do see him in 7. He's alone. Well, and he's
right. and if you look at New Hope, Luke is lost, doesn't know where it's next for him. It's like at this point, it should be figured out, you know. So it's just every character is back to where they were.
Yeah, you know, and it could have been done better. Like, and it's not. I'm not to say that you can't do that, because it was definitely a reboot.
Yeah.
But
and it wasn't even the worst part by any means.
But,
I mean, Luke was pretty bad, but
Luke, and that was just because of kind of a betrayal to the character.
Yes, but even then, what's crazy is Luke had such a betrayal of the character, yet Mark Hamill as him stole every scene in that. Like, it's still the scenes I was most excited about.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's an exceptional actor
everything
when it comes to Luke. And
yeah,
he knows the character. Yeah. Like, you just look at him and he can just snap right into it.
It's just good. So even the scenes where they didn't do as good with the original characters, they still are great scenes, sort of, because we just love those characters so much, and seeing them on screen is so special.
We're interested to see. I mean, The Phantom Menace came out; it had a lot of hate.
Yeah,
and
sequels won't have.
They
won't rebound like the prequels.
I never say never.
Yeah. Well, here's why I don't think the sequels can rebound or find love later like the prequels did.
Yeah.
And I think it's the foundation of the movie. It's the story.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, like, I wish it could maybe get liked, but the problem, like, if you look at the prequel story, it's a complete story that makes sense for the characters. The writing's goofy and the CGI is bad at times. Yeah. But the foundation of a well thought out story, plus obviously as the prequels help it, or the Clone Wars help it. But
with that said, cutting you out.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Could a show come in? Yeah. I mean, granted, it would have to be a good show.
Yeah.
But could a show come in like the Clone Wars did? Because up until the Clone Wars, I mean,
I don't know what they could do.
I don't either,
because the Clone Wars filled in a gap.
But
there is no gap.
But if you were to go back to before the Clone Wars, I probably wouldn't be able to pitch you a show like the Clone Wars, because I wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, who would have thought, like, let's get all these talking clones together, and we'll make a fan hit.
Yeah.
That spans 8 seasons, 9 seasons,
7 seasons.
7.
Well, it's 7.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Plus the movie.
Yeah.
There you go. But that's the thing. It's like, I just don't know. George Lucas's movies were so well thought out.
Yeah.
And the story was there.
Yeah.
Where with the sequels, because the story is so lackluster, I feel like it's going to be so hard to ever boost it from where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm curious what their direction will be once, like, in a few years from when Dave Filoni's fully in.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Because Kennedy's out now, but the projects that are in now are still all influenced by her decisions. So it'll I guess I don't truly know how things work in film.
No. Yeah.
But I would imagine until projects that weren't started under her, we won't truly get to see kind of the creative direction. Well,
and to me, there's one place they can go,
which is
Old Republic. I think if there's because here's what Star Wars I think needs. They need a trilogy.
They do.
They need us, because that's the problem with Mando. It's fun to go see Star Wars in movies, but there's nothing there to be excited for. You need a trilogy, a long, thought out, beautiful story, and I think the only era you can go to is either really far in the future or really far back. And I think if Old Republic came back or came to screen with the lightsaber battles of the prequels, but now, I think it would be huge.
It'd be awesome.
You'd
have hundreds of Jedis and
just
Sith
imagine
fighting.
The battles and they're all top tier.
You got Old Republic troopers fighting.
It would be so
Sith,
good. It would be so
troopers.
good. So that's what I would like to see.
That would be really cool.
But I don't know.
Really cool.
I'm curious what other people think.
Yeah.
Of what
I'm sure
how the sequels have a lot of things we could continue to talk about. But
there's a lot. There's a lot
what
of
are some
hate.
main things that people would like to change? But
Lay down.
hopefully, let us know,
Lay down,
obviously.
Maya.